Catch a glimpse of how it was like to perform Hajj in 1953. Though this was only just over 68 years ago, a lot has changed, mainly due to the increase in the number of pilgrims going to perform Hajj. Hajj in 1953 was a vastly different experience compared to today. The smaller crowd and slower pace allowed for a more peaceful and contemplative experience. Here are some interesting facts about Hajj in 1953. Many pilgrims would travel to Mecca via a ferry or a ship. In those days, commercial air travel was still in its early stages, and it was not as widely available as it is today. The journey was often long and arduous, taking weeks or even months to complete. Pilgrims would face challenges like rough seas. For those who could afford it, they would embark on their journey on board small planes from nearby countries. Like today, coaches and buses would be used to transport pilgrims from place to place. Muslims are only allowed to enter the places to perform Hajj. Homes and hotels can be seen outside of the sacred mosque's perimeter. Much of these historical buildings have had to be demolished to make way for the mosque's expansion. A historic street in Mecca, lined with ancient structures and topped by a graceful Ottoman-style minaret. One of the entrances to the Masjid al-Haram. Worshippers outside the mosque's entrance. The Kaaba and the Mataf area. There were no other floors back then. A close-up view of the Kaaba. Worshippers were able to enter the Kaaba. Performing tawaf was easier as it was not as crowded as it is today. Markets and stalls near the Masjid al-Haram. Markets and stalls near the Masjid al-Haram. Horse and carriage were used as a means of transport. Pilgrims were able to choose the animals they wanted for Qurbani. Pilgrims would keep their livestock with them during their Hajj. Donkeys were used to transport carcasses of sacrificial animals. In Mina, food would be cooked using fire and stove. Pilgrims pray near their camels. Tents can be seen pitched in Arafah next to Mount Arafah. The Jamarat used to be small pillars which would be stoned, symbolizing stoning of the devil. A pilgrim has his hair shaved. Pilgrims keep themselves cool by drinking ice-cold fizzy drinks.